Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed guests, friends, and anyone listening who has ever felt alone or misunderstood, today we need to talk about something that is both deeply personal and universally relevant to all of us. It's about walking this journey called life, how we walk, who we walk with, and what it truly means to value ourselves. Now, let me tell you something, and I want you to hear me clearly. Life will throw a lot of challenges your way. It will test you, it will push you, and it will sometimes try to make you doubt your worth, your value, and your purpose. And one of the biggest tests in this life, one of the hardest things you'll ever face, is realizing when you're walking with the wrong people. I don't care who they are. I don't care if they're family, friends, colleagues, or the people you've known your whole life. If they don't value you, then you are better off walking alone. You've got to understand that. You've got to get that in your bones. It's better to stand tall on your own, knowing who you are, than to walk in the company of people who don't understand your worth. People who can't see the value in your soul. People who only want to drag you down or hold you back. Now, I know it's tough. I know it's hard to let go of those relationships. We're social creatures. We want to be liked. We want to belong. And sometimes we get caught up in the idea that we need other people to validate us. We need them to approve of us. We need their acceptance to feel whole, to feel seen, to feel like we matter. But let me tell you something, and I need you to hear me on this. Validation that comes from others is temporary. It's fleeting. It's like trying to hold on to smoke. The real validation comes from within. It comes from knowing your worth, knowing your value, and never compromising on that. Look, I've been there. I've been at a point in my life when I thought that I needed certain people around me to feel successful, to feel like I was enough. I looked for external validation, and for a while it felt good. But the truth is, if you're walking with people who don't recognize your worth, that validation is empty. It's not real, and it will never be enough to fill the hole they leave when they walk out of your life, or when you finally realize they're not walking beside you with the same intention, the same love, and the same respect that you're putting out. You can't keep running after people who don't understand your value. You can't keep giving pieces of yourself to those who don't cherish you. There's a difference between people who love you, people who support you, and people who just want to use you. And there's a moment in life, a point when you have to step back and ask yourself, am I really walking with the right people? Are these people lifting me up, or are they pulling me down? I'm not here to say that you should cut people out of your life the moment they disappoint you. No, that's not what I'm saying. But what I am saying is that you have to recognize when you're giving more than you're getting, when your energy is being drained, when your potential is being stifled by people who are more concerned with their own agendas than your growth. You see, some people walk into your life with their own issues, their own baggage, their own struggles. And they might not even realize it, but they'll try to bring you down to their level. They'll try to hold you back from your dreams. They'll try to make you feel like you're not good enough, not strong enough, not capable enough. They'll try to diminish your light because their own light is flickering. They'll make you question your dreams, question your path, question your worth. If you let them, they will succeed. But you have to be stronger than that. You have to be stronger than the people who try to tell you that you can't make it, that you're not good enough. You've got to look at yourself in the mirror every single day and say, I know who I am. I know what I'm capable of. And I don't need anyone else to tell me that I'm valuable. If you can't find people who value you, if you can't find people who respect your journey, then let me tell you, standing alone isn't a sign of weakness. It's a sign of strength. It's a sign of knowing exactly who you are. When you stand alone, you have the space to grow, to reflect, to heal, and to move forward without being hindered by the negativity or the doubt of others. Standing alone means you're walking in your own power. It means you have nothing to prove to anyone except yourself. It means you're putting your energy into becoming the best version of yourself, not for anyone else's approval, but because you deserve to be that person. Look, we all go through seasons in life. Sometimes we're surrounded by people who understand us, who encourage us, who build us up. Other times we find ourselves surrounded by people who don't see the real us, who see our potential, but instead of helping us grow, they try to stifle it. And in those moments, we have a choice. We have a choice to either keep walking with those people and continue to diminish ourselves, or to step away and stand on our own. To look for the people who will appreciate us for who we are, not for what we can give them. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that every person who doesn't value you should be cast aside immediately. I'm not saying that every person who hurts you should be banished from your life. Sometimes people don't value you because they're going through their own struggles, and they just don't have the capacity to give you the respect you deserve. But here's the thing. You cannot allow that to become your burden. You cannot allow someone else's issues to define your worth. There comes a point where you've got to stop letting other people's lack of vision for your life dictate how you feel about yourself. You've got to realize that you are worthy. You are deserving of love, respect, and support. And if you find yourself walking with people who can't see that, then it's time to stand up, stand firm, and take a different path. It might feel lonely at first. It might feel like you're missing out on something by walking alone. But let me tell you, when you walk alone, you walk with clarity. You walk with purpose. You walk with confidence. And in that solitude, you will find your strength. You will find your vision. And eventually, you will find the people who value you for the person you truly are. And don't let anyone tell you otherwise. Don't let anyone make you feel like you're incomplete, because you're standing on your own. The greatest success in life isn't about having a crowd of people around you. It's about having the courage to walk your own path, to stand in your own power, and to never settle for anything less than what you deserve. So today, right now, I want you to think about your life. Think about the people you walk with. Are they lifting you up, or are they weighing you down? Are they supporting your dreams, or are they making you question your worth? Are they valuing you for who you are, or are they taking advantage of what you have to give? If the answer is no, then you know what to do. You know that it's time to walk alone. It's time to trust in yourself. It's time to value yourself. Because, my friends, there is nothing more powerful than a person who knows their worth. There is nothing more unstoppable than someone who believes in themselves. And remember this, when you stand alone, you stand tall. And when you stand tall, nothing and no one can ever break you. So stand tall, stand strong, and walk your path with pride, because you are worth it. You are enough. And it is better to stand alone than to walk with those who don't value you. As we reach the end of this journey together, I want to take a moment to reflect on what we've just discussed. What we've explored is not just a concept, but a way of life, a mindset, a commitment to self-respect and personal growth. Better to stand alone than to walk with those who don't value you. These words carry weight, they carry power, and they demand that we re-examine how we view our own worth and the relationships we hold dear. Throughout life, we are constantly surrounded by people. Relationships form the fabric of our existence. Friends, family, colleagues, acquaintances. They play a role in shaping who we are, who we become, and what we believe about ourselves. The people we allow into our lives can lift us up or pull us down. They can help us reach new heights or trap us in a cycle of self-doubt and insecurity. Therein lies the challenge, understanding who truly values us and recognizing when we are walking with the wrong people. Many of us at some point in our lives have been there. We've found ourselves clinging to relationships that drain us, to situations that diminish our spirit. We've invested time, energy, and emotion into people who, despite their proximity, don't have the capacity to value us in the way we deserve. They don't see our worth. They don't appreciate our unique qualities, and they certainly don't treat us with the love and respect that we are capable of giving. And yet, in our quest for connection, for belonging, we keep walking beside them. We keep hoping, believing that somehow they will change. But the painful truth is that some people don't change. They don't grow. They don't evolve, and they certainly don't learn to see your worth. And when we continue to walk with them, we are only diminishing our own potential, our own sense of self. So the question remains, what do we do when we realize we're surrounded by people who don't value us? What happens when we come to the painful realization that the relationships we've invested in are not lifting us up, but holding us down? The answer, though difficult to swallow, is simple. We stand alone. But let me make something clear here. Standing alone does not mean being lonely. There's a difference, and it's an important distinction. Loneliness comes from feeling disconnected, from being in a space where you feel unseen or unheard. But standing alone, true standing alone, is an act of strength, of self-assurance. It's a conscious decision to be in your own company, to recognize that your value is not determined by the people around you, but by the belief you have in yourself. It's a recognition that you do not need anyone's approval to be enough. You are enough on your own. I know this isn't easy. I know it's hard to cut ties with people who at one time meant something to us. It's painful to acknowledge that not everyone who comes into our lives will treat us with the respect and kindness we deserve. It's hard to accept that some people, even those we love, may not be capable of valuing us the way we need to be valued. But here's the thing, by holding on to relationships that deplete us, we're denying ourselves the opportunity to grow, to evolve, and to find the people who will truly support us. When we cling to people who don't value us, we are essentially saying that we're not worthy of something better. that we're not worthy of a relationship that nourishes us, a relationship that builds us up. It is better to stand alone, to walk with your head held high, than to settle for anything less than what you deserve. When you stand alone, you stand in your power. And when you stand in your power, nothing at all can ever hold you back. You are unstoppable, you are worthy, and you are enough. Thank you.